This debate continues in the United States about gun control.
So it's Webster.
The Connecticut school massacre. Johnny Diamond in Washington has more.
Please.
A fire in a comfortable lakeside community. A phone call that lured 4 small-town firefighters to the blaze. And out of nowhere, a violent tragedy on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
On arrival, the firefighters all drew fire.
Lone gunman, out of nowhere.
Were shot at the scene. One firefighter was able to flee the scene on his own. The other 3
I don't know if it's a lone gunman, man. I'm just,
down at the location.
I'm just making a
2
point.
firefighters died of their wounds at the fire. It took an armoured personnel carrier to evacuate residents. The town's leadership is distraught.
So it's a very difficult situation.
There's a heightened awareness to this kind of violence and in light of what happened in Connecticut. And I just want everyone to remember it's Christmas Eve. We have first responders and we have families who are in pain and crisis.
So the gunman's been shot apparently at the scene.
And we need to, as a community, keep them in our thoughts and prayers. A very, very difficult day.
All week they have been burying the dead in Newtown, Connecticut. And all week the arguments over the kind of guns available in America and the kind of people that can get hold of them have gone back and forth. A cold Christmas awaits for 2 firefighters' families. Johnny Diamond, BBC News, Washington.
In Afghanistan, a police officer shot dead 6 of his colleagues at a checkpoint in the northwest of the country. Earlier, a policewoman shot dead an American NATO advisor outside the police headquarters in the capital, Kabul. It's thought to be the first attack of its kind there by a woman.
There's a lot of pissed off people, eh?
Official results of the referendum on Egypt's draft constitution have...
I mean, a lot of TIs are going to hear this and think, well, that's quite some timing, isn't it? That this should happen. I mean, on the face of it, for somebody to actually ring them for lure them into a trap, I mean, on the face of it, I mean, that's a pretty inexplicable. But clearly somebody's, you would think, is looking for revenge for something. So you just wonder about somebody being a target and losing it. The fact that these people are all involved in this, the quote-unquote gang stalking harassment. I mean, I don't know, but them, of course, I don't know. I mean, that's thing there. I'm just generally speaking, I'm just saying that generally speaking, they're all involved in it. I don't know these people specifically, but these sort of folks seem to be more likely to be involved in it than average. I'm not saying it's justified or can be justified. I'm just saying there may well be a more obvious connection than anybody assumes. The gunman was also found dead. Police say the gunman ambushed the volunteer firefighters. Another 2 were also shot and are being treated. Yeah, so I've been harassed, stalked by police and fire department because I was going McDonald's Road one day and turned out it was an open day, so I just walked in. It was at the fire station. And I happened to have already, happened to have already written out some cards about gang stalking. Had dropped a few already on intersections, corners, where they were stalked before, and unfortunately, well, I only had one left, but unfortunately, that was the most pointed or invective one, yeah. And I didn't actually look at it. I wasn't the one I necessarily would have chosen to leave there. But I just slyly plonked it down on a table after picking up some else. A sort of info table and police and firefighters. They were all together, you know. They're all hand in glove, and yeah, the place was packed, and there was cameras around and this and that and whatever. Yeah, so I just went in a bit and stopped at a table quite a little ways in, and I mean, there was van parts in front, you know, inside, like a car boot sale sort of thing, and police and firefighters were talking to each other, and so I went right into the lion's den, so to say, and so they're clearly totally pissed off and salted by this, you know. So I picked, it was just like an info table sort of thing, so I just picked something up and then put my postcard down with stuff about gang stalkers being, you know, sick, fucked up, twisted twats, whatever I wrote, you know. It was as I say, it was pretty pointed and pretty outspoken. So this stuff increased. This stuff. That wasn't when it started, but this is when they really ratcheted it up. So we're really giving this guy the works. I'm getting the whole. But it's really sort of pretty heavy gang stalking. We're also getting the constant attempts to set up accidents. Like I just bumped into Colin earlier, so to speak, and just up the road there, along the other side of Dunedin Street, and stopped to speak to him a minute, and a van came out the side of the works, the garage bit there. I'm calling it a garage, just some works I've forgotten, whether it's the postie works or in Dunedin Street. But he's out of view because there's a corner you can turn within the same street, and the van just appears coming out and opening just as I would be going along a few yards further along. But I was standing talking to Colin, he saw it as well, even he remarked on it specifically. That's him trying to knock you down. So hopefully that film came out. It's not like he even encouraged him, he's perfectly aware of it himself. He's seen it all too often himself. Probably not often enough, but he believes me it's happening, and at least he was there in that instance. I should have remarked on it. He knew the cameras on. Didn't point at him. I'm not going to be totally rude about it. As I say, incidents like this, what's happening with these people being shot and injured and all the rest, it can never be justified, but you just wonder what's been going on behind the scenes exactly for the gunman. Oh, the lone gunman, isn't it? Wanting to do this. And it may well be in this instance. Lone gunman, lone person. Because that's what they do. They try and it's all about isolating the target. At the same time as they condemn people for being sort of lone weirdos sort of thing. They intentionally isolate the targets and cut them off from people, friends, relatives, any kind of support network. Intentionally. And then the best, if once they've set you up and you're fucked up, or they set you up or provoke you or this and that, and you'll be sent along to, if you don't end up in jail right away or just about, you'll be sent along to a psychiatrist who'll also ask the targets if they are trying to ascertain whether they're isolated and what indications this will point towards mental illness or contribute to mental illness, and it's all just this fucking convenient setup. Each sort of complements the other, if you want to describe it like that. Each is this little pattern that just this little segment. There's like these little cogs in the machine that just back each other up.